And now with the most recent episode of Fear the Walking Dead, there has actually been a lot of debate in the community who is the person in the end of the episode. And today's video I'll be discussing that and just give my own theories about it and who do I think is in the end of that episode. So stay tuned. And now before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for the support. New subscribers, thank you so much for joining this channel. All of this growth is because of you guys, and we are currently at 815 subscribers. We are almost at that 1,000 subscriber goal. So thank you guys so much. It's unbelievable. And subscribe for more Walking Dead content and let's reach that goal. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, as you all know, the ending of Season 8, Episode 6 of Fear the Walking Dead was left with a huge cliffhanger. And, it just showed somebody listening in on Madison's radio transmission. And, it seemed like that this person was tracking down Madison or, had some sort of relation to Madison. Because if you see the items on this person's desk, it's Victor Strand's glasses, Alicia's prosthetic arm, and a hammer. And the only character that comes to mind when you look at these items is Troy Otto. And now why do I think this is Troy Otto? Because for one, the hammer on the table itself, right? Because that kind of symbolizes that Troy wants revenge on Madison, and he's hearing Madison, the person that hit him on the head with the hammer, on the radio. He's listening to her, and also he has the hammer, right? So it makes sense for it to be Troy. I don't see it being any other character. It could just be a brand new character, but why would they have a hammer? Why would they have Strand's sunglasses? Why would they have Alicia's prosthetic arm? It all directions point to Troy. And also at the end of season 3, when Troy quote unquote died, when Madison hit him in the head with the hammer, that wasn't it wasn't a fatal blow. I mean, she did hit him twice in the head, and we do see his skin torn open, but it wasn't through the brain, if you know what I mean, right? And in my opinion, he could have survived from that, but what most people think that he could have not survived from was the dam blowing up. And I totally agree with everyone, right? I mean, a dam blowing up right above you, right? And just you survive from that kind of seems pretty outlandish. But again, this is Fear the Walking Dead. A lot of weird stuff has happened in this show. A lot of unnatural things, you could say, happen in this show. So I wouldn't be surprised if Troy floated out when the dam actually blew up and the water came all out, right? And he floated and probably to Padre or some other group, or he created some other group of his own. And now we actually have some more proof that that person is Troy, and this is because of that little teaser we got from season 8B, and it shows Madison she's about to hit somebody in the head, and she wouldn't get that type of reaction from some just random person. It would have to be somebody that she knows, and it seems like it's Troy, right? That person from the back kind of looks like Troy, and Victor actually pulls her back. So with Victor pulling her back, and she's actually about to attack this person like there's no tomorrow, probably Troy joined Victor, right? And again, that kind of deconfirms the whole CRM theory of Victor being the person in the helicopter in season 11. But again, it would be a very cool moment to have Troy saving Victor off that boat, and both of them joining alliance, and just being together for 7 years. And now I actually do have a theory on how did Troy survive the dam blowing up, and I know that this is a pretty outlandish theory, but at the end of the day, this is a theories and speculation video, so it's pretty fun to speculate about it. And my theory is that when the dam blew up and Troy was of course unconscious because he got hit in the head with a hammer, you're not waking up from that for a while. And my theory is that the CRM probably took him, right? And again, this would be very similar to Rick's final episode in season 9 when he blew up the bridge, and then Jadis came and she traded him off to the CRM. And again, like, I know that this is very early on in the apocalypse, but the CRM could have been established right away or before the apocalypse started. So again, like, this could mean, if this is true, this could mean that Troy is one of the early members of the CRM, and that would be very cool in my opinion. And also Fear does have a big connection to the CRM. They didn't show them yet in season 8. I hope that they do, and I hope Troy and Victor are the way to do that. But again, it'd be very cool to have like that another connection to the main series of The Walking Dead, and just have the CRM and like Troy being linked, right? As Troy being a soldier of the CRM, or by this time he'd be a high-ranking member, because again, it's been like so long, right? This was before the time jump, right? So this is like a few months into the apocalypse, and then you have that time jump. You have that 2-year time jump until Morgan comes, and then you have another 7-year time jump to now. So yeah, Troy could be very well established in the CRM. Or also, instead of the CRM, if what a lot of people are saying it's true, and if Troy is actually back in this season, a lot of people are saying that he's in Padre. Now, again, that could be very possible as well, because Padre was actually established early on in the apocalypse as well, and they had really good amount of resources, right? They had boats, they had ships and stuff like that. So they could have just found Troy and then picked him up. But again, with Madison being trapped in Padre for like 7 years, it's very unlikely for Troy not to come and meet her or confront her. And because everyone in Padre was aware that Madison was captured. She was in jail in the Padre basement. So yeah, it's very weird for Troy not to come down and taunt her or talk to her or whatever. And now there are actually some leaks about season 8 of Fear, and this was a couple of months back, and some pictures actually did come out. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, you guys could skip out on it. And the leaks, first of all, there was a leaked picture of Troy, right? The actor of Troy was actually on set, and he has long hair, like how the person in that ending did have, right? The picture was in black and white, so I don't know if he has blonde hair or brownish blonde hair, but the actor of Troy was on set for Fear. And I did hear that Troy's mission in season 8 of Fear is that he's going to be probably working with Madison to actually look for his daughter. So Troy has a daughter now, and potentially a wife. So this could mean that Padre took Troy's daughter, which does make sense because he was listening in on the conversation or the radio transmission from Madison, and she talks about Padre and stuff like that. So again, it's very possible that Troy might actually go to Madison for her help at the end of the day to look for his daughter. And it's actually very cool to see Troy with the daughter and with the family, and I just want to see how he grew as a character in that time. And this actually does make sense, and it seems very possible that Troy is actually looking for his daughter. It's because in that ending of episode 6 of Fear, Troy does have a map, so it does look like he's looking for a location, or he's looking for something. So again, that could definitely mean that he's looking for his daughter, and he's been looking for his daughter for potentially 7 years, because that's when Madison was actually taking kids and putting them into Padre. So probably she took Troy's daughter, right? And he wasn't there to witness it, and then that's why he's going to Madison, probably for revenge or just for her help to look for his daughter. Now, it's possible that Padre did take Troy's daughter, but also this could be another group that took Troy's daughter, or she probably disappeared somehow. Maybe CRM related stuff, but I'm not too sure. But it seems very possible that Padre are the guys that actually did take Troy's daughter, and he's just going and looking for her, and we don't know how much time has he actually been looking for her. And another interesting thing about that ending of episode 6 is that he had Alicia's prosthetic arm and Victor Strand's glasses. So that could potentially mean that Troy kind of took Alicia as hostage, right? So as a way to blackmail Madison, or just to get her to help him, because again, we see in that trailer, in the teaser for 8B, Madison was actually about to hit Troy in the head, or if that person's Troy, but Madison was actually about to hit Troy in the head, and like it does this could definitely mean that, like, you know, he told her that, like, oh, I have Alicia, or I know where Alicia is, or she's still alive. And then it just, like, out of like rage, like, you know, she's about to hit him, and then Victor pulls her back because he's like, this person and this person is the only way to actually get to Alicia. So, you know, it'd be very cool to see that dynamic. He took Madison's daughter to get his own daughter back. And now, you know, their reasoning for adding Troy is actually pretty obvious, and that is because of viewership, right? And I believe that after season 3 of Fear, the viewership has actually gone down the tank, and they just weren't able to recover that. So, you know, they wanted to add a fan favorite like Troy in this final season just to get more eyes on it, and, you know, just to get those old fans of Fear back into it. And I think it's pretty smart because Troy's death was actually pretty open-ended. Like, you know, it's definitely possible that he could have survived from that. And, you know, they just saw that as an opportunity to bring Troy back and, you know, to get more views for this show, because again, like, he quote unquote died at the end of season 3, and they're bringing him back all the way into season 8. If they were planning on to bring Troy back at the end of season 3, if that was the plan originally, then he would have came back probably like in season 5 or season 4, right? But they actually held off until season 8, and they thought that Morgan would be able to recover those views. And I think that Morgan's inclusion in Fear did bring quite a bit of viewers, but it wasn't as much as they wanted to. So, you know, they just want to bring in Troy, and I think that's smart because Troy is one of the best characters in the Walking Dead universe. And, you know, just to have him being in the conclusion of this season, it's a really good and smart way to actually get more viewers and to have a good ending for the show, and to have like Victor, Alicia, Madison, and Troy all together, like the original group together for this final season of Fear. Now, yeah, you know, that's it for today's video. And, you know, in my opinion, Troy is one of the best characters in the Walking Dead universe. He's one of my most favorite characters. And, you know, after I watched Fear, I think my listing of my most favorite characters has changed, and Troy is definitely up there. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we are almost at 1K subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We are almost hitting the goal, and it's just insane looking at that. And, you know, this growth is all because of you guys, honestly. Like, I'm so thankful for, you know, your guys' support. Thank you.